See here, we have another one from Pinal County. It's an out-of-county warrant, and they'll appoint a lawyer for you at your next hearing. Their court date is June 2nd at 8:30 in Pinal County Superior Court. Most likely, though, you may not be transported until after you've taken care of your charges here, but same release conditions in terms of including contacting probation officer within 72 hours. However, they want you held without bond pursuant to rules 7.2C and 27.6. So that's something you'll talk to your lawyer down there about, seeing if that could be changed. Now, and finally, you have a new case in give me 1 second here. (2025) 1222060 is charged of possession of dangerous drugs and possession of drug paraphernalia. And I just want to double check one thing here. Based on the limited information in regard to that, sir, I just want to let you know I don't find probable cause. Doesn't mean you ultimately won't be charged with it, but right now I don't have probable cause, so I'm not saying any release conditions for it. So, all right, so you have two different courts to go to at this point. This one, I will tell you, the court date is June 12th for the status conference at 8:30 and witness preliminary hearing on June 16th at 175 West Madison. But you'll talk to your lawyer on the probation violation, see what the status of this is. All right? Okay. Take care. All right? Lamar Bellamy.
On the great podium.
Oh, okay. Good morning, sir. Your name and date of birth, please.
Lamar Bellamy, 3/18/79.
All right. You are charged with one count of aggravated assault, class 3 felony, one count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, class 4 felony, unlawful discharge of a firearm in city limit, class 6 felony, and one count of disorderly conduct, class 6 felony. I am appointing a lawyer for you. You're going to have your court dates at 8:30 at 175 West Madison Street for status conference on June 3rd. And then at this point, a witness preliminary hearing on June 5th. You're not to return to the scene of alleged crime, initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims, no weapons. All right. The prosecutors were asking for a bond for you in the amount of $350,000 cash only. I'm not going to make it that high, though if you were able to post your bond, you'll have to wear an ankle bracelet, and you could be on a curfew, only to leave your home during hours set or approved by pretrial services. And it'll be a cash bond of $250,000. All right, step to your left, please.
What did you say?
$250,000 cash plus ankle bracelet. Haley Lawson.
So I can't get a bondsman?
You have a question now?
Can I get a bondsman, sir?
Yeah, but I said it's a cash bond.
You said it's a cash bond?
Yes.
So I would have to go to the bondsman and get
No, you can't go to a bondsman on that.
You said I can't?
No, you cannot.
I only can pay this cash.
Talk to your lawyer about seeing to apply to your assigned judge to see if that can be modified.
I didn't hear you. Can you repeat that, sir?
You can ask you have a lawyer I assigned to you. You can ask your lawyer to petition your court to see if the bond can be modified or reduced.
Oh, stars.
Okay, come this way, please.
Thank you, sir.
Lawson?
Behind the gray podium. Behind the gray podium. All right. Now here.
Now, your name and date of birth, please.
Haley Lawson, 21294.
Okay. First of all, I'm appointing a lawyer for you. You may have a warrant out of Cascarand. Okay, but I don't know if they have a hold on you for that, but I just wanted to mention that to you. Let me see if anything else you might have. Okay, anyway, I'm appointing a lawyer for you. You have the following charges. 1 count of possession or use of a dangerous drug, class 4 felony, aggravated assault, class 5 felony, resisting arrest, possession of drug paraphernalia, class 6 felonies, refusing your true name, class 1 misdemeanor, obstructing a highway, class 2 misdemeanor. In regard to the possession of dangerous drugs, I don't find, based on the limited information right now, I don't have enough probable cause. Doesn't mean you won't be charged with it, but I'm not considering it at this time. Okay? Your court dates will be June 3rd for status conference at 8:30 and a witness preliminary hearing at this time scheduled for June 5th at 8:30 at 175 West Madison. This will be in your paperwork. You cannot to initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims. I will tell you this, the state was asking for a $25,000 security appearance bond. I'm making it $2,500 security appearance bond. If you post your bond, you better show up or else a warrant could issue. All right. Step to your left, please. Gladys Benzor. Your name and date of birth, please.
Gladys Benzor, 11/27/1990.
Okay, you got a total of 3 matters before me. 2 of them are probation matters, violation warrants, and the other one's new case. All right, let's start with the probation violations. Sorry, and I'm appointing a lawyer for you on both, and there'll be the same court date for those probation violations. CR 2019-030363. You're on probation for class 2 felony, and that's based on possession of narcotic drugs for sale. You're alleged to have violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 15. If you get out, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. No weapons, no alcohol, no drugs without a valid prescription. Bond was set. Oh, and your court dates are June 4th at 8:30 at 201 West Jefferson for your probation revocation arraignment hearing. Another judge said bond fee in the amount of $2,500 on that. Now, in your other probation violation is 2024-11952-0. You're on probation for class 4 felony on that one, and that's based on possession of dangerous drugs. Same court date, same alleged violations, same other terms, and bond was set for that one, a security appearance bond of $350. Now you have a new case of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person. I'm appointing a lawyer for you, and you'll be at a different place, so you'll initially have 2 lawyers in 2 different court places, but they'll probably combine it at some point. You'll be at 175 West Madison Street for a status conference on June 3rd at 8:30 and a witness preliminary hearing on June 5th at 8:30. Same conditions about no weapons or alcohol or drugs, and the need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. On this one, bond, the prosecutors were asking a $10,000 bond. The bond will be set in the amount of $2,500 security appearance bond. That's on top of your probation violation bonds. All right, so step to your left, please. Raymond Mahoney.
Raymond. Drop seat, please. That point.
All right, so your name and date of birth, please.
Raymond Mahoney, October 3rd, 1993.
All right, you got two matters before me. This deal with the probation violation in 2024, 140354. You're on probation for Class 4 felony. That's possession of narcotic drugs. You're alleged to have violated terms 3 and 5. Appoint a lawyer for you. You'll have your revocation arraignment hearing on June 4th at 8:30 at 201 West Jefferson. It said you're alleged to have violated terms 3 and 5. If you get out, contact your probation officer in 72 hours. No drugs without a valid prescription, no possession or consumption of alcohol, no weapons. Another judge has set bond for you in the amount of $750 security appearance bond on that. Now you have a new case, 2025 12208, possession of narcotic drugs and obstruction of refusing to give you a true name. Class 4 felony and a Class 2 misdemeanor. Appointing a lawyer for you on that. You'll have your status conference at 8:30 in the morning at 175 West Madison Street on June 3rd. A witness preliminary hearing on June 5th at 8:30. Same release conditions such as contacting a probation officer within 72 hours of release, no weapons, etc. And I said bond in this one in the amount of $50 security appearance bond since you're being held on the other matter. All right, so step to your left, please. Enrique Lozano. So your name and date of birth, please.
Enrique Lozano, 7/27/92.
Okay. Hey, so you have a bench warrant at a Superior Court on possession of dangerous drugs, Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6. You already have an attorney on that case. You can be at 175 West Madison at 8:30 for a status conference on June 3rd and a witness preliminary hearing at 8:30. Bond was set by your judge in the amount of $750 security appearance bond. So you post the bond and make sure you show up.
$50?
$750.
Oh.
That's what your judge said.
I have court tomorrow somewhere, do you know if they'll help me out with that?
Pardon?
I have court in Avondale somewhere tomorrow, do you know if they'll help me out with that? Sorry.
You know what, you mean a $250 bond?
Huh?
What, in Avondale?
Yeah.
It was a $250, the bond?
No,
I have something about a warrant for you. Oh, I had a Peoria on a probation
No,
violation.
I have court tomorrow in Avondale.
Okay, that's possible, but you also have something at Peoria. I don't know if they're gonna hold you on that. Daniel Gonzalez.
Mahoney, Raymond, Lavin, and Taylor, come on, ladies.
All right, so your name and date of birth, please.
My name is Daniel Gonzalez. Date of birth is April 4th, 1982.
All right, you got a couple of warrants here. They're both out of county. Excuse me one second. I just gotta check one thing here. I have to make some amendments to this. Mel? Okay. Okay. Both of them are the Pioneer Justice Court. I think that's Pennell. The address is there. In regard to CM 2020-000038, you're for shoplifting. A lawyer will be appointed for you in next court date if it hasn't already been done. Your court date will be there June 2nd at 8:30. The address will be on your paperwork. Can't return to the scene of alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged complainant or witness. And that bond will this amount of $250 security appearance bond. In 2020, 00042. You have another warrant on shoplifting out there. Lawyer will be appointed for your next court date. Once again, 6/2 at 8:30, June 2nd, and another bond of $250. All right? So step to your left, please. So a total of $500. Stephen Fillmore.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so your name and date of birth, please.
Stephen Richard Fillmore, 6185.
All right, you are here in a probation violation. Check here. I guess you're on probation for possession of drug paraphernalia. Appointing a lawyer for you. You are alleged to have violated terms 3 and 5. You'll have your revocation arraignment hearing at 201 West Jefferson at 8:30 on June 4th. If you get out, contact your probation officer within 72 hours. No alcohol possessed or consumed, no weapons, and no drugs without a valid prescription. Another judge has set bond for you in the amount of $250, security appearance bond. If you get out, make sure you contact your probation officer within 72 hours, number 1, and number 2, make sure you show full court or else a warrant can issue. All right, step to your left, please. Jordan Vega. Okay, sir, your name and date of birth, please.
Jordan Vega, 10/25/95.
All right, you have 2 probation violations, 2021-00722 and 2024-130482. I'm appointing a lawyer for you on both these same release conditions, in that your court date will be June 4th at 8:30 at 201 West Jefferson for a revocation arraignment hearing. If you get out, contact your probation officer within 72 hours. No possession or consumption of alcohol, no weapons, and no drugs without a valid prescription. In regard to 2021-00722, another judge said bond amount of $1,500 security appearance bond. In regard to 2024-130482, bond was set in the amount of $250. Once again, alleging you violated terms 3 and 5. All right. Arthur Moreno. Mel, look at this here. It says it's a Superior Court new case. This originating court, surprise municipal court. That's wrong. It can't be coming out of the city court.
What number is it?
Number 19. It's a technical thing. It's just told. Felonies would not be coming out of the city court. What? 19. Yeah. Well, let me just go ahead with it. I'm sorry, give me your name again and date of birth.
Archie Anthony Moreno, May 4, 1982.
Okay, sir. I'm appointing a lawyer for you. You have charges of possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. Sir, don't lose your paperwork, because you'll be at 175 West Madison Street at 8:30 for a status conference on June 12th and a witness preliminary hearing 4 days later on June 16th. No drugs without a valid prescription. Sir, in a few hours, I'll be releasing you to pretrial services. You're going to get a packet from the officer. Read it carefully, because you got to contact them. Make sure you're in compliance with their requirements, number 1. And number 2, you'll be required to do drug testing. So, if you're not in compliance with them and do the drug testing, there'll be another warrant and you're back here. But you'll be out in a few hours. Okay, step to your left, please. Yeah, it says, it's Price City Court, which is impossible. It's a felony.
Well, yeah, they're new charges. I think it originated, that's what it originated, correct?
No, it's justice court. Justice
But
court.
now it's going to Superior.
Yeah, it should never, would never have gone to city court.
You want me to change it?
I don't know where it came from, so
Because it says originating, but it's.
I know,
going
just
to
leave it
Superior.
as it is, because
But
we know
yours
who's
says
going to court.
Superior City?
What?
What did it say, Superior City?
No, let me explain something to you. It says IA type, Superior Court, new case. It says originating court, surprise municipal court, but since we have the new court date in Superior Court, we should be okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just, okay. All right, that was Mr. Moreno. So Kimberly Bemis? I could change something on this, by the way. Your name and date of birth, please.
Kimberly Ruth Bena, 7257.
Okay, you are charged in the Superior Court. See here, by the way, on this one, it'll show you Justice Court and then Superior Court, you know.
Which one is that?
We're dealing with number 24, I'm just talking to my clerk about something.
That's fine.
See the difference in the court? It wouldn't be out of city court, it would be out of a Justice Court.
Well, it's saying it originated.
Yeah, no, this one is right.
Yeah.
Okay, the other one wasn't, so.
Well, what if he went to?
If it's a new case, they're just being arrested, and then, I'll talk to you later about it, okay? You are charged with a resisting arrest, Class 6 felony, and criminal trespass, 3rd degree, Class 3 misdemeanor. I'm appointing a lawyer for you. Your court date will be at 175 West Madison in Phoenix for staff conference on June 12th at 8:30 and a witness preliminary hearing on June 16th. You cannot initiate contact with the alleged victims. No drugs without a valid prescription. And if there are any orders of protection or injunctions against harassment issued or will be issued, you got to obey them. But I'm going to release your pretrial services. All right, so read the packet, make sure you stay in compliance with them, or else a warrant would issue for you. All right, so you'll be getting out in a few hours. All right, Joram Turner. Oh,
The one that you're signing, you want me to reprint those, right?
yeah. Up here, right? Okay. And this one thing, I'm changing it just so you know. Yes, your name and date of birth, please.
Joram Anthony Turner Jr., 04/02/04.
Okay, 1 second here. All right. Sir, you're charged with a criminal trespass in the 1st degree, a Class 6 felony. Your next court dates will be at 175 West Madison Street in Phoenix for a status conference on June 12th at 8:30 and a witness preliminary hearing on June 16th at 8:30. Now, a couple things I want to talk to you about. At this point, I cannot appoint an attorney for you based on your income. If you cannot hire your own attorney, you can always ask your assigned judge to see whether he or she will appoint one for you, but no promises for you. Okay? You cannot return to see any alleged crime or have any initiate contact with any alleged complainant or witness, but I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, so you'll be getting out within a few hours. Okay?
I do have one question.
Sure.
Since you say you guys can't give me an attorney, is that because I make too little or
Too much.
Oh, okay. That's a good thing, kind of, okay.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you can't afford one,
Yeah, this.
okay, you can always ask your assigned judge to see whether he or she will,
Yeah.
based on what's
okay,
going down, okay?
Thank
Because
you.
you're right on the edge, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm right. I was telling her up there, she was like, "You're right there, so you might not need one."
Well, actually, they list people for making
Yeah,
virtually
sure.
nothing, and they can't live on that type
Yeah.
of income. So, all right, but you'll be
Thank you.
getting out with, it takes a few hours to process you, though, okay? Fadwa Atiz,
I also see a house call, Your Honor, the Fadwa Atiz, house call.
oh, it's not listed for us.
I
I wish you would stop taking that off. So we're done, right?
Why is the house call? Because we don't have it listed as a house call.
UTF unable to function.
Unable to function? Okay, I'm saying, Bruce, we don't have it on our list as being a house call. Okay, she's charged with indecent exposure, Class 1 misdemeanor, Peoria City Court. I cannot appoint a lawyer for her at this time. Her court date will be June 17th at 9 o'clock at Peoria City Court. Can't return to the scene of the alleged crime. Okay, then we have number 29, is an administrative segregation. What does that mean necessarily?
It's protective custody. He's not in GP.
Because what?
He's not okay in GP.
Okay, because of how he interacts with general population?
Safety reasons, yeah, how he
Safety.
interacts.
Okay, that's 2025-113062 on a probation violation warrant. Appointing a lawyer for him. His court revocation arraignment hearing will be June 4th at 201 West Jefferson at 8:30 in the morning. He's alleged to have violated terms 1, 3, and 5. Bond was set about security appearance bond of $250. He'll have no contact with the original victim or victims, and if he gets out, contact his probation officer within 72 hours of release. No weapons, no alcohol, no drugs without a valid prescription. Then we have Charles Hernandez, who has 3 cases here, unable to function. So let's start with they're all 3 are probation violations. What?
18? We see 18?
No, she's the house call, remember I just said? It's not listed as a house call, but they said it's a house call, so I handled it. Okay, that's what I was saying,
I do have the number.
remember I said it was the indecent exposure one?
Oh, I will.
I do have number 28 in here. Mr. Ross, he's here waiting for you.
Oh, okay, well, let me deal with the, Mr. Hernandez first, but thank you. 3 probation violations, 2024-119655, 2024-146318, and 2024-124847. All right, I'm appointing a lawyer for him on all 3 of these things. He's alleged to have violated terms 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I said appoint a lawyer for him. His revocation arraignment hearing is June 4th at 8:30 at 201 West Jefferson. In regard to in regard to 2024-119655, bond is met $100. If it gets out, contact probation officer within 72 hours. No weapons, no alcohol, no drugs without a valid prescription. All right. And then 2024-146318, it's on probation for Class 4 felony. Possession of dangerous drugs. Bond was set amount of $200. Otherwise, the release conditions are the same. And then finally, in 2024-124847, he's in possession for drug paraphernalia. He's on probation for that. Bond was set $100. Release conditions same court dates, and it's still a lawyer. Let's do Mr. Ross, Duane Ross. I have one more house call. Yeah, but he's the last one here, even though he's listed as a house call. Okay, sir, your name and date of birth, please.
Juan Ross, June 12th, 1990.
Okay. I was surprised they thought you were going to do a house call, so to speak, but, sir, I'm appointing a lawyer for you. You're charged with possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony. Now, you have another case. Did you post a $3,000 bond?
No.
Oh, okay, this alleged to have occurred on June 13th, 2024.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just telling you about that. And you're not going to be able to post a $3,000 bond on the other case?
No, no.
Okay, originally I was going to release you on this, but that's, this way if I set up a small bond on it, at least get credit, should be able to get credit for both, okay? So I am going to
I should be able to get credit
What?
for it. What'd you say? I should be able to get credit for it?
If I set a bond on it, you could possibly get credit for both sets of charges.
Okay.
Otherwise, they may not transport you and you won't get credit for it if you're out to pretrial services. So I am changing it, all right? So, different court dates in regard to that. I had noticed the offense date, and I was wondering, had you posted the bond, and I didn't see where you had it. It was confusing, all right?
So if I was able to post a bond, then I would go.
Well, I'm going to set a small bond for you. It'll be a $25 bond. That way, so at least they'll transport you and at least get credit for both. Okay? Once again, if I didn't already mention it, appointed a lawyer for you. Your court dates will be at 175 West Madison on June 3rd at 8:30, and a witness plum hearing on June 5th. Do you remember what your court date's on the other one?
12th.
What court date?
The 12th.
Let me see. Let me look it up for you. June 12th. Okay, so talk to your lawyer about that, maybe put them all together at the same time,
Sorry,
okay?
sir. I've been calling my lawyer every day since I've been in jail, and they've never responded, never got to talk to him.
Well, let's put it this way, okay? Before you, June 12th on the other case, and this one, it's going to be sooner, June 3rd. So the lawyer is definitely going to see here on the June 3rd. So that, I can't, at this stage, where I'm at right now, I can't really say.
Understandable.
They've got to return your calls, but at least that way, earlier than the other case, should be your lawyer. Well, at least somebody from that office will be seeing you on June 3rd.
Thank
Okay?
you. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
Yeah, have a great day.
You too. All right, now we have Tandai Bragg, which is a house call, is number, it's combative. Okay. He's got charged with aggravated assault, classified felony, appointing a lawyer for him. His court date will be 175 West Madison. The state was asking for, recommending they be released to pretrial services, which I'm doing. His court dates will be June 12th and June 16th, both at 8:30 at 175 West Madison. Can initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims. All right. Do we have everybody?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Thank you, Mel. Yeah, we're all done. Well, except for my house call.
All rise.
Thank you. You may be seated. All right, good morning. My name is Commissioner Campbell. I'm going to get signed on, so give me just a second, and then we will get started. All right, this is the 8 a.m. initial appearance calendar for May 28, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Persons appearing before this court are reminded that they have the right to remain silent and that anything they say could be used against them. Most of you have qualified for a court-appointed attorney. If you have not qualified for a court-appointed attorney, or even if you have, you may retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I will be calling you up individually. When your name is called, please proceed to the podium. At the conclusion of your matter, the officers will have paperwork for you. That paperwork will detail the orders in your case, including future hearing dates, times, and locations. And I just said all that and forgot that we have an interpreter on the line. Madam Interpreter, Mr. Interpreter, are you on the line?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm back here, Lázaro Fernandez, court interpreter.
I apologize for that. Would you like me to start over and we can do it again?
That would be greatly appreciated, Your Honor. Greatly appreciate it.
I am so sorry. All right. Again from the top. Good morning. My name is Commissioner Elizabeth Campbell.
Bueno, una vez más desde el comienzo. Buenos días. Mi nombre es comisionada Elizabeth Campbell.
This is the 8 a.m. initial appearance calendar for May 28, 2025.
Esta es la agenda de comparecencia inicial de las 8 de la mañana del día 28 de mayo del 2025.
The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar.
Las órdenes emitidas por el juez para la toma de huellas dactilares y ADN emitidas el primer día del calendario de este mes cumplirá con los requisitos para todas las personas en ese calendario.
Persons appearing before this court are reminded that they have the right to remain silent and that anything they say could be used against them.
Aquellos que se presentan frente a ese juez se les avisa que tienen ustedes el derecho a no declarar.
Most of you have qualified for a court-appointed attorney.
La mayoría de ustedes ha cumplido con los requisitos para que se les nombre un abogado de oficio.
If you have not qualified for a court-appointed attorney, or even if you have, you may retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you.
Si no ha cumplido usted con los requisitos para que se le nombre un abogado de oficio, o incluso si lo ha hecho, puede usted emplear a un abogado por su propia cuenta.
I will be calling you up individually.
Les voy a convocar a ustedes a uno a la vez.
When your name is called, please proceed to the podium.
Al escuchar su nombre, por favor, proceda al podio.
At the conclusion of your matter, the officers will have paperwork for you.
Al concluir su caso el día de hoy, el agente va a tener documentos que le entregará.
That paperwork will detail my orders in your case.
Estos documentos van a mostrar en forma detallada mis órdenes relacionadas a su caso,
as well as the dates, times, and locations of your future hearings.
al igual que la fecha, hora y ubicación donde se ventilarán sus audiencias futuras.
All right, we are going to start this morning with Oscar Dominguez Calderon, please.
Y vamos a comenzar esta mañana con Oscar Domínguez Calderón, por favor.
Good morning, sir. Please state your name for the record.
Buenos días, señor. Por favor, diga usted su nombre para que conste en actas.
Oscar Iván Domínguez Calderón.
Oscar Iván Domínguez Calderón.
And Mr. Calderon, what is your date of birth?
Señor Calderón, ¿cuál es su fecha de nacimiento?
Mes 6, día 7 del 2005.
6/7/2005.
Thank you. And you are here today because you were arrested yesterday on charges of discharge of a firearm within city limits, a Class 6 felony.
Y bueno, se encuentra usted acá el día de hoy porque lo arrestaron ayer bajo la imputación de disparar un arma de fuego dentro de los límites de la ciudad, lo cual es un delito de clase 6.
I did find probable cause for that violation.
He determinado que existe motivo de procesamiento por el cual presentar esa imputación.
And I am appointing you an attorney.
Y estoy nombrando un abogado para que le represente.
I am setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 3rd at 8:30.
Voy a agendar 2 audiencias. En su caso, la primera va a ser el día 13 de junio a las 8:30.
And the next one on June 5th at 8:30.
La próxima, el día 5 de junio a las 8:30.
Both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Ambas en la ubicación del Tribunal Superior del Condado de Maricopa, ubicado en el centro.
I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $50,000.
Estoy fijando una fianza respaldada en su caso de $50,000.
In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release,
Si logra usted depositar esa fianza y lograr que lo excarcelen,
you may not have contact with any co-defendant or possess any weapons.
no puede tener usted contacto con ningún coacusado ni encontrarse en tenencia de ningún arma.
You are also prohibited from consuming alcohol.
También tiene usted prohibido consumir bebidas alcohólicas.
Okay, go ahead, step to the left.
Muy bien, proceda acá a la izquierda.
Jose Berrieza Vasquez, please.
José Brelleza Vázquez, por favor.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Buenos días, señor. Por favor, diga su nombre completo para que conste en actas.
José Martín Berreyesa Vázquez.
José Martín Berreyesa Vázquez.
All right, and Mr. Berrieza Vasquez, what is your date of birth?
Señor Berreyesa Vázquez, ¿cuál es su fecha de nacimiento?
26 de julio de 1996.
July 26, 1996.
Thank you. And you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony.
Gracias. Y se encuentra usted el día de hoy aquí, ya que fue arrestado ayer bajo la acusación de tenencia de un arma por una persona prohibida. Es un delito de clase 4.
I am finding probable cause for that violation, and I am appointing you an attorney.
Estoy determinando que existe motivo de procesamiento por esa acusación y le he nombrado un abogado.
I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 3rd at 8:30 and the next one on June 5th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Ha agendado 2 audiencias en su caso. La primera es el día 3 de junio a las 8:30 y la segunda el día 5 de junio a las 8:30, ambas en la ubicación ubicada en el centro de la ciudad del Tribunal Superior del Condado de Maricopa.
I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $25,000.
He fijado una fianza respaldada de $25,000 en su caso.
In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain release conditions.
Si logra usted depositar esa fianza y conseguir que lo excarcelen, va a tener que seguir usted ciertas medidas cautelares.
Those conditions include not possessing any weapons,
Esas condiciones incluyen el que no se encuentre en tenencia usted de ningún arma
and not consuming any alcohol.
y no debe de consumir ningún tipo de bebidas alcohólicas.
All right, go ahead, step to the left.
Muy bien, pase acá a la izquierda.
All right, Erwin Jimenez Rigueroa.
Irwin Jiménez Figueroa.
Good morning, sir.
Buenos días.
Go
Buenos
ahead,
días,
state your name,
señor.
sir.
Por favor, diga su nombre para que conste en actas.
Irwin Rafael Jiménez Rigueroa.
Irwin Rafael Jiménez Figueroa.
And what is your date of birth, Mr. Rigueroa?
¿Cuál es su fecha de nacimiento, señor Figueroa?
Enero 08, 1988.
January 8, 1968.
Thank you. You were arrested yesterday on charges of criminal damage, a Class 6 felony.
Usted fue arrestado ayer bajo la acusación de daños en propiedad ajena, un delito de clase 6.
I am finding probable cause for that violation.
Estoy determinando que existe motivo de procesamiento por ese quebrantamiento.
Based upon the information you provided to pretrial services, I am finding that you are not indigent for purposes of appointing you an attorney.
Basado en la información que usted presentó a la Agencia de Control de Procesado, estoy determinando que usted no es de bajos recursos para el propósito de designarle a un abogado.
Consequently, I am not appointing you an attorney this morning.
Como resultado de eso, no le estoy nombrando yo un abogado esta mañana.
You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you.
Puede usted, obviamente, emplear los servicios de un abogado por cuenta propia para que uno le represente.
I am setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 12th at 8:30 and the next one on June 16th at 8:30.
Estoy fijando 2 audiencias en su caso. La primera el día 12 de junio a las 8:30 y la segunda el día 16 de junio a las 8:30.
So where did the alleged crime occur?
Señor, ¿dónde ocurrió este supuesto delito?
En el trabajo de mi esposo.
At my wife's work.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that information.
Muy bien, gracias por esa información.
Okay. I set the 2 hearings on June 12th and June 16th. Will you go to those, sir?
He agendado esas 2 audiencias para el día 12 y 16 de junio. ¿Va usted a presentarse a esas audiencias, señor?
Sí, claro.
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask some more questions so I can fashion the release order better.
Voy a hacerle unas preguntas más para crear la orden de medida cautelar es mejor.
Do you live with your wife?
¿Vive usted con su esposa?
Sí,
Yes.
tenemos un bebé de 1 añito.
We have a 1-year-old baby.
In view of that, give me just a second, okay?
Bueno, teniendo todo eso en cuenta, permítame un segundo, ¿está bien?
No conocemos a nadie aquí, solo tenemos 3 meses que llegamos a Arizona.
We do not know anybody here. We have only been in Arizona for 3 months.
Yo tengo a mi papá en Dallas.
I have my father in Dallas.
Le pido perdón, su señoría, por este inconveniente. Yo tengo 4 años en Estados Unidos, nunca me he metido en problemas, nunca, nunca.
And I apologize to you, Your Honor, for this inconvenience. I have been in the U.S. for 4 years, and I have never, ever gotten into trouble.
Okay, and I understand that. It's because of the nature of the crime, it is typical for me to order no victim contact in these situations. Because this is your wife, and you share a child in common, that complicates things to a certain degree.
Yo entiendo eso. Lo que sucede es que debido a la naturaleza del delito, usualmente tengo yo que ordenar que no tenga contacto con la víctima en el caso. Sin embargo, como en ese caso ella es su esposa y comparten un hijo pequeño juntos, tengo otras cosas más que considerar basado en todos esos elementos.
Give me just a second.
Permítame solo un momento.
Sí, porque yo necesito ayudarla también, ya nos quedan 3 días para pagar el apartamento y ella no va a poder sola con todo y si ella la juez me lo permite, yo me iría a Dallas y trabajaría allá, yo le enviaría dinero y le ayudaría para evitar problemas, pero la ayudaría económicamente con el bebé, con el arriendo.
Yes, the thing is that we have to pay our rent in 3 days, and I know she's not going to be able to do it on her own. If you would allow me, Your Honor, I would go to Dallas and I will work from there, and I can help her financially with the baby and the apartment.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Gracias por eso.
You and your wife have cell phones?
¿Tienen celulares usted y su esposa?
Y ella tiene mi teléfono porque el de ella se rompió ayer por ese problema que unos mensajes con un colega de ella de su trabajo, por eso empezó el problema.
She has my cell phone. Her cell phone broke yesterday, and that was part of the argument. We saw some messages on her phone from a co-worker. That was part of the issue.
All right.
Por eso le pido por favor que no me encierren, necesito pagar el apartamento de mi hijo, solo eso.
That's why I ask you please to not lock me up. I need to pay the apartment for my kid.
Okay. So I am ordering you, I'm going to order that you be released to pretrial services, okay, to supervise release through pretrial services.
Muy bien, voy entonces a ordenar que sea usted excarcelado, que lo liberen bajo la supervisión de la Agencia de Control de Procesados.
I'm going to order that you not return to the scene of the alleged crime, which shouldn't be a problem because that's your wife's work.
Voy a ordenar que no regrese a usted al lugar de los supuestos hechos, lo cual no debería de ser un problema, ya que ese es el lugar de empleo de su esposa.
For the time being, I'm ordering that you not reside at the same location as any alleged victim. That would be your wife, even if you were the owner or renter of the residence.
Por ahora, voy a ordenar que no viva usted en el mismo lugar que ninguna supuesta víctima, incluso si esa es su esposa, y aunque tenga la misma vivienda.
You can arrange for one civil standby with law enforcement to collect any essential belongings.
Puede usted coordinar para que pueda ir con un agente policía, lo que se le llama una visita civil, para que pueda usted recoger cualquier tipo de pertenencias esenciales que usted necesite.
No. All right, and if I didn't say so before, for purposes of appointing you an attorney, I'm finding that you are not indigent, so I am not appointing an attorney.
Y bueno, si no se lo había mencionado anteriormente, se lo menciono ahora. Se ha determinado que usted no es de bajos recursos, por lo tanto no le he designado a un abogado.
You may contact the alleged victim in writing, text, and email only to arrange care and custody of shared children.
Puede contactar a la supuesta víctima solamente por escrito, mediante mensajes de texto o correos electrónicos y solo relacionado a hacer arreglos con respecto a custodia del menor.
I am allowing you to travel to Texas.
Le estoy permitiendo que pueda usted viajar a Texas.
That's where your dad lives, right?
Es ahí donde vive su padre, ¿verdad?
Texas, Dallas.
Okay.
Dallas,
You need
Texas.
you need to return by June 12th.
Ahora necesita regresar usted acá para el día 12 de junio.
Because that is the date of your hearing here in Maricopa County.
Porque esa es la fecha de su audiencia aquí en el condado de Maricopa.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
¿Está bien?
Sí.
All right.
Yes.
So with that, I am signing the order and we should be all set to go. All right, sir, go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you.
12 de junio regreso.
June 12, I'll come back.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Sí, sí.
June 12th at 8:30 in the morning.
El día 12 de junio a las 8:30 de la mañana.
Right here.
Not in the Maricopa County Superior Court. The address is on your paperwork.
Okay.
No aquí, en el Tribunal Superior del Condado de Maricopa. El agente acá a su lado izquierdo tiene los documentos donde aparece toda esa información.
Todo.
That's all.
Yes.
Gracias. Hasta
Sí.
luego.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Interpreter, would you please inquire in the gallery if anyone else needs your assistance this morning?
Of course, it would be my pleasure, Your Honor. Buenos días. ¿Se encuentra alguien más presente esta mañana que requiera de los servicios del intérprete judicial?
We are not seeing any hands, Mr. Interpreter, so thank you so much for your services, and we'll talk to you next time.
My pleasure, Your Honor. Have a great day. Thank you.
All right, Jennifer Flores, please. All right, Ms. Flores, go ahead, state your name for the record, please.
Jennifer Ann Flores,
And Ms. Flores, what's your date of birth?
3782.
Thank you. And you are here on 2 warrants from the Pinal County Superior Court. Both of those are for probation violations, and they are, in your cases, CR 2020-01996 and CR 2023-02531. In both of those cases, an attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be in Pinal County Superior Court, in both cases on June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. Pursuant to those warrants out of Pinal County, I am holding you non-bondable in both of those matters today. Okay? So you will be held here until transfer to Pinal, until you get transferred to Pinal County. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Desiree Dinsmore, please. All right, Ms. Dinsmore, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Desiree Dinsmore, sorry.
Okay. And Ms. Dinsmore, what is your date of birth?
11/24/87.
Thank you. And you are here today because you were arrested yesterday on charges of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those, and I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting 3 hearings in your case, the first on June 3rd at 8:30, the next one on June 4th at 1:30 p.m., and the last one on June 5th at 8:30, all in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Because your new offenses occurred while you were on release in CR 2025-102949, I am holding you non-bondable today. So go
I
ahead.
finished my classes on Thursday.
I'm sorry, what, ma'am?
I finished my stuff on Thursday for the Sage.
Okay. So it is by statute that I'm holding you non-bondable because you have new felony allegations with an offense date which occurred while you were on release in your previous matter. Okay, so you were arrested yesterday for possession of narcotic drugs, class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those. Okay, go ahead, step to the left. Oswaldo Curbelo, please. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Oswaldo Cabello,
Mr. Curbelo, what is your date of birth?
June 2nd, 66.
All right, so you have 3 matters. Let's go ahead and go backwards in time. You currently have a matter for which you are, let me get this right. Yes, you are currently on probation, which is CR 2023-121685. In that matter, the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued a warrant for your failure to appear. I'm not appointing you an attorney in that matter because one should already have been appointed for you if you are eligible to have an attorney appointed for you. I am setting a hearing on June 3rd at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In the failure to appear matter on your probation case, I am setting a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $500. Now, you are also here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in your open felony case, say CR 2025-110967. In that case, again, I'm not appointing you an attorney because one should already have been appointed if you are eligible to have an attorney appointed. You may, of course, always retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing in that case on June 3rd at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court, and I am setting a cash-only a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. Finally, you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a class 6 felony. I am finding probable cause for both of those. I am appointing you an attorney in your new case, and in your new case, I am setting 3 hearings. The first on June 3rd at 8:30, the next one on June 4th at 1:30 p.m., and the last one on June 5th at 8:30. All of those are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Now, because your new offense occurred while you were on release in CR 2025-110967, I am holding you non-bondable on your new charges. So go ahead, step to the left. Anibar Olivas, please. Good morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Anibar Olivas,
And Mr. Olivas, what is your date of birth?
January 25th, 1989.
Thank you. And you are here today on 2 matters. You are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings in your new case, the first on June 3rd at 8:30 and the next one on June 5th at 8:30. Both of those are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your new case in the amount of $20,000. Now, you are also here because the charges in your new case would constitute a violation of terms 1 and 8 of your probation in CR 2024-108413. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings. The first I'm setting a hearing on June 4th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I have reviewed the state's recommendation regarding release, if any, and I have also reviewed your probation terms and conditions. And I am, because I am finding that there is a reasonable likelihood that you will suffer a term of incarceration in your probation case, I am holding you non-bondable in your probation case. So go ahead, step to the left. Jolene Sproul, please. All right, Ms. Sproul, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Jolene Sproul,
And Ms. Sproul, what is your date of birth?
5/29/86.
Thank you. And you are here today because you were arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument, a Class 2 felony. I did find probable cause for that, and I am appointing you an attorney. Setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 3rd at 8:30 and the next one on June 5th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $50,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to release conditions, including electronic monitoring and no returning to the scene of the alleged crime or having any contact with the alleged victim. Okay?
Your Honor, that's my fiance, but I just wanted to pull my trailer out of there, like, because that's what we live in currently, and just get away from him because he was choking me. I just wanted him off.
Okay. So I did read the Form 4, ma'am, and based upon the information in the Form 4, I did find that there was probable cause to believe that you engaged in aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Okay? So based upon that, I am setting the bond that I set and the release conditions in the event you are able to post that bond. Okay? All right, go ahead, step to the left. Jonathan Schmidt, please. Hi. All right, Mr. Schmidt, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Jonathan Thomas Schmidt,
And Mr. Schmidt, what is your date of birth?
4/15/03.
Thank you. And Mr. Schmidt, you are here because you were arrested on charges of unlawful discharge of a firearm within city limits, a Class 6 felony. Which offense occurred on or about May 10th of 25, and tampering with evidence, a Class 6 felony, which offense occurred on or about May 27th of 25. I did find probable cause for both of those violations, and I am appointing you an attorney.
Would I be able to get a bond? I mean, probation, miss?
So probation is something that occurs after a conviction happens.
Okay.
So we are at the beginning of the process, okay? I'm setting 2 hearings. I'm appointing you an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 3rd at 8:30 and the next one on June 5th at 8:30. Both of those are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $50,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain release conditions, including electronic monitoring and no possessing any weapons. Okay. Go ahead, step to left. Christopher Cash, please.
Morning,
Morning, sir.
How you doing?
I'm all right. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Christopher Douglas Cash,
And Mr. Cash, what is your date of birth?
10/18/1986.
Thank you. And you are here today on 2 matters, Mr. Cash. You are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated assault, a Class 2 felony, obstructing a highway or public thoroughfare, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those. I am appointing you an attorney.
Okay.
I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 3rd at 8:30 and the next one on June 5th at 8:30. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your new case in the amount of $15,000. Now, in the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, I'm ordering certain conditions, including that you would need, you're on probation, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. So you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours, and also that you may not drive a motor vehicle. Okay. So you're also on probation in case CR 2021-113885. Your new charges in from yesterday would constitute a violation of term 1 of your probation. I am appointing you an attorney in that probation violation case, and I am setting a hearing on June 4th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your probation violation matter in the amount of $250. In the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, I am reminding you that you do need to contact your probation officer.
Of course.
Okay, go ahead, step to the left.
Thank you very much. You said 15 and 250?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Corey English, please.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. English. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Corey English,
Mr. English, what is your date of birth?
7/27/83.
Thank you. And you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those. I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings, the first on June 3rd at 8:30 and the next one on June 5th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Yes, sir.
May I ask you to be released to pretrial services by chance? I promise I'll show my court dates. I don't want to lose my job I have. You know, I've been putting a lot of work in my life, and I haven't been in any trouble in a long time. And I've been really doing my hardest, trying my hardest out there, to not lose what I've built up so far. I asked, that I could release them. I give you my word, my promise that I will restore my court, my hearings. I've never, I'm not showed my court in the past. I will show up to court.
All right, so you are a prohibited possessor and you were in possession of a firearm. The rules are there for a reason. You were aware that you were a prohibited possessor. With that, I am going to go ahead and set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000. In the event that you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you are reminded yet again that you are not to possess weapons. Go ahead, step to the left.
Okay.
Sunny Laura, please. Mr. Laura, go ahead, state your name for the record.
My name is Sunny Laura,
And Mr. Laura, what is your date of birth?
03/30/1995.
Thank you. And you are here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued 2 warrants for your arrest for failure to appear in your 2 probation cases, which are, oops, hold on, I'm sorry. Let me look back, hold on. All right. So you are. Hold on. Okay. I'm sorry. You have 2 different types of cases, and I apologize for that.
That's all right.
So in your 2024 case, it is a failure to appear in a probation, it looks like a probation violation matter. And in your 2025 case, it is a failure to appear it looks like following a direct complaint. Because those are failure to appear cases, an attorney should already have been appointed for you if you are entitled to have an attorney appointed for you. Therefore, I'm not appointing an attorney for you here today. Sir?
Yeah, so during that time, I was homeless, but I recently just got out of homelessness. That's what the failure to appear stuff was. It was just hard, especially being on the streets, trying to take care of my legal issues. But I've been in sober living for almost the last 2 weeks now.
Okay. And that's great. And it sounds like you're making progress. That being said, you did have an obligation to appear at your hearings, and you did not do it. I am setting hearings on June 3rd, and both cases on June 3rd at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am affirming the cash-only appearance bond that was set in those arrest warrants. I'm affirming that today, so it's $1,000 in each case. So it's a total of $2,000 cash-only appearance bond. Okay, go ahead, step to left. Preston Cantu, please, and then Ariel Robinson. Mr. Cantu, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Preston Cantu.
And Mr. Cantu, what is your date of birth?
February 7th, 1974.
Okay. And you are here today because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest in a probation violation matter, in your case, CR 2016-001975. In that case, in that probation violation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on June 4th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond of $500. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you will need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Okay? Go ahead, step to left. Ariel Robinson, please. All right. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Ariel Robinson, 10/20/2000.
Did you say 10/20/2000? Okay. Ms. Robinson, you are here because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in your matter, CR 2023-125147. In that matter, I am not appointing you an attorney because if you are eligible to have an attorney appointed, one should already have been appointed for you. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on June 4th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court, and I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. You are on probation. So in the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you will need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Okay, go ahead, step to the left. Rakisha Jeffers. Ms. Jeffers, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Sorry, Rakisha Jeffers.
And Ms. Jeffers, what is your date of birth?
11/20/91.
Okay, and you are here because you were arrested yesterday on 2 charges. First is unlawful flight from law enforcement, a Class 6 felony, and also for prostitution, which is a misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on June 12th at 8:30 in the morning and June 16th at 8:30 in the morning. Will you go to those, ma'am?
I will. I'm sorry, I don't like to say this. I'm homeless with 2 kids and a disabled mom, and we currently live in a motel paying day to day. I do have a job, but I only work 4 days a week. My check isn't that much, and I support all 4 of us, so that was the reason why. I do have to be to work tomorrow at 11 to 5, but if I'm here, my family is, my mom's shit, she don't have no income. She's disabled. I got a 9-year-old and an 8-year-old. I'm the only sole provider for them.
All right, I did review the state's recommendation in this matter, and I am, state is recommending that you be released to pretrial services.
Yeah, I'm the only provider.
And I agree with that. Okay, so that basically means that you just have to register with pretrial services, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And they can provide you with some assistance in getting to your court hearings as well, okay? So officers will have that information for you. So if you want to go ahead, step to the left.
Thank you.
Michael Trevino, please.
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm all right. Go ahead, state your name for the record, sir.
Michael Ray Trevino,
And Mr. Trevino, what's your date of birth?
9762.
All right, and you are here today because the South Mountain Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in their matter. Because of the nature of the charges, you are not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you here today. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on June 11th at 9 a.m. in the South Mountain Justice Court. Will you go to that?
I sure will, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to release you today on your own cognizance. Go to your hearing. If you don't go to your hearing, another arrest warrant may issue.
Your Honor, I did show up on the day of the ticket, and there was no charges pressed, so they sent me home.
Okay, I'm showing an active warrant. So, so you need to get it taken care of. The
I
information
will.
for getting it taken care of is all in your paperwork. Go to your hearing.
Okay, I will.
Okay, go ahead, step to the left.
Thank you, Your Honor.
For 20? Okay, well, that's good. I'll look at it then. All right, Nicole Jones, please, and then Matthew Crompton. Ms. Jones, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Nicole Ann Jones,
All right.
9/21/78.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. All right, you are here today because the El Centro Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in their matter, which appears to involve criminal trespass. Because of the nature of the charges, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney here for you today.
Okay.
But you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I'm setting a hearing on June 12th at 8:30 in the El Centro Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. The address, the phone number, court information in general is in your paperwork.
Okay.
Go to your hearing, because if you don't, another arrest warrant may issue, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you.
Matthew Crompton, please.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Matthew Ryan Crompton, 121294.
All right, Mr. Crompton, you are here because the East Mesa Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to pay stemming from a DUI matter in 2020.
Yes, ma'am. I have made a payment since. A payment was made yesterday morning at 8 a.m. It honestly, last time I was here, actually, my wife and I, we lost our 2-month-old son, and it's kind of been just, I know it's not an excuse, but it's been a lot to have everything, and handle that too, and I'm just barely getting back on it.
Okay. And I understand, I mean, that must be incredibly hard. Because of the nature of the charges, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you here today. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm setting a hearing on June 11th at 9 a.m. in the East Mesa Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Everything with that case is done with, except for just the payments.
Okay, hold on just a second. I've got a note in my system. That I didn't see before. Hold on. Hold on, just give me just a second. All right, I do have a note in my system that this is a 7th failure to pay.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm also homeless and jobless. My sister was able to secure me work. So like I said, I already have one payment down.
Just a second. Okay. All right, sir. In view of the note that is in my system, and I do understand that you have all right, for purposes of I am appointing you an attorney for purposes of, because I set the bond. I am setting a bond of $250 in this case. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you will need to go to your hearing in the East Mesa Justice Court, which is on June 2nd at 8:30. You need to get it taken care of. It seems like it's been a long time coming, okay? So in your case, I am going to go ahead and set that bond, okay? Officer will have your paperwork for you. Go ahead, step to the left.
Thank you.
And Ms. Gaunt, just so you know where we are, I have one more, and then we're to number 1. Okay. All right, Oscar Ortiz, please.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
My name is Oscar Ortiz, birthday October 3rd, 1982.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. So you are here because the Buckeye Municipal Court issued 2 warrants for your arrest for failure to, they're both post-adjudication warrants.
Okay.
They are both post-adjudication warrants.
Can I talk?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I know what the warrants are for. They're old, ma'am. I didn't pay the rest of my court fees, and I'm not gonna lie, ma'am. I was staying in Buckeye. Me and the wife and the son moved away to Vancouver, Washington, and I tried to pay it online. I moved back out here just to get this warrant off my chest. I have a good job right now. I work at Barlow. I make $20 an hour. I'm supposed to be at work today. So, ma'am, all I want to do is just get this warrant off my back and let me pay the rest of my court fines. I want to keep my job. I don't want no problems or none of this. I had got pulled over by the Peoria police about.
Okay, let me back you up, sir. I liked your plan, okay? Because the nature of your charges, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you here today. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting hearings on June 17th at 2 p.m. in the Buckeye Municipal Court. Will you go to those hearings, sir?
Yes, I will.
All right, then I'm going to release you.
I will be there.
Okay. I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance.
Thank you.
Get it taken care of.
Yes, I will.
Because you have a job, you have family, you have responsibilities. This is not a great use of your time,
I do not want to lose my job. I'm going to be at work today, man.
All right.
If you would have kept me in custody, I would have passed out and had a heart attack.
All right. Well,
I can't let this job go.
Go ahead. Step to the left so the officers can start getting you processed, okay?
You said June 17th?
Yeah, June 17th at 2 p.m. Information's in your paperwork.
I will be there. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, we are gonna, and Ms. Gaunt, just give me a second. Number 34, is he still in the restraint bed?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If I can just make a record when you call it
Okay.
here, that's fine.
All right, because they're still there, let's go ahead and move to 34 and 35. Mr. Ivan Gomez Miranda, date of birth 2/20/1990, date of birth 2/20/1992, is not able to be with us today because he is a danger to self or others. I will be doing a house call for Mr. Miranda following court today. I'm not expecting that anything would change when I talk to Mr. Miranda after I hear from, I've reviewed the Form 4 and I anticipate hearing from the state, but I will update my written orders or call Ms. Gaunt back if anything should change. All right, with that, Ms. Gaunt, do you want to go ahead and make your appearance?
Thank you, Your Honor, for on behalf of the state.
Yes. Oh.
Do you want me to make my recommendation as well, Your Honor?
No, I'm sorry. I was not listening to you the way I should have been, and I do apologize for that. All right, thank you for making your appearance. Mr. Miranda was arrested yesterday on charges of second-degree murder, a Class 1 felony, and theft of a means of transportation, a Class 3 felony. Ms. Gaunt, do you want to be heard on probable cause?
Not regarding probable cause, Your Honor.
Okay. I have reviewed the Form 4, and I am finding probable cause. I am appointing Mr. Miranda an attorney, and I am setting 2 hearings in his case, the first on June 3rd at 8:30 and the next one on June 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Ms. Gaunt, would you like to be heard on conditions of release, if any, on Mr. Miranda's new case?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state's asking for a $250,000 secured appearance bond. Our understanding is that Mr. Miranda has prior felony convictions as well as he is currently on probation. He allegedly was speeding in a stolen vehicle and he was driving while he was impaired. He ran a red light and he caused a collision which killed the other driver. After the collision, he allegedly fled the scene on foot. There was a strong weight of the evidence against him. We believe he is a danger to the community, so we believe that that bond is appropriate. Additionally, in regards to number 35, his probation matter, the state would ask that he be held non-bondable pursuant to Rule 7.2C, given that we believe that there is a reasonable likelihood that he will suffer a term of incarceration given the severe nature of the new charges.
Okay. You did skip ahead of me a bit, so it's okay. So on Mr. Miranda's new case, and And Ms. Gahn, I did hear your recommendation for the $250,000 secured appearance bond. Did that, as part of your recommendation, did you review the victim statement?
I did.
Okay. All right.
And Your Honor, the state would certainly not oppose if the court believes that a higher bond is appropriate.
All right, I am finding that your recommendation regarding bond amount is appropriate in this case in the event that, and we'll move to the probation case in just a minute. With regard to the new case, I am setting a secured appearance bond per state's recommendation in the amount of $250,000. In the event that Mr. Miranda would be able to post that bond and secure his release, I am also requiring electronic monitoring to include and also release conditions that he not consume alcohol and he not drive a motor vehicle. Now, Mr. Miranda is also on probation in CR 2023-1497. In that case, he is on probation for possession of burglary tools, a Class 6 felony. Now, moving on to the probation case, Ms. Gaunt, could you please restate your recommendation in that case?
Excuse me, yes, Your Honor. The state's asking that he be held non-bondable pursuant to Rule 7.2C. The state believes that there is a reasonable likelihood that he will suffer a term of incarceration given his probation status as well as the severe nature of his new charges. And just to supplement the record, Your Honor, I do believe that he's had at least one previous petition to revoke his probation as well.
Give me just a second. Okay. All right. Pursuant to the state's hearing the state's recommendations that Mr. Miranda be held non-bondable in his probation case, I am going to go ahead, and I agree that that is appropriate. I'm going to go ahead and indicate that Mr. Miranda be held non-bondable in his probation case as the, on the violation of, as this matter constitutes a violation of his probation, and he will likely receive a sentence of imprisonment in this matter. All right, with that, I think we are up to September Olmsted. Okay. Unless, Ms. Gahn, I didn't mean to jump the gun on that. Did you have anything further on Miranda?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay. All right. All right, Ms. Olmsted, will you go ahead and state your name for the record, please?
September Olmsted,
And Ms. Olmsted, what is your date of birth?
March 21st, 1990.
All right. And can I have appearance from the state, please?
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Your Honor. Brooke Gahn on behalf of the state.
Good morning, Alexis Brooks on behalf of Mr. Olmsted. She's present and in custody.
Okay. And I'm sorry, did you say Alexis Brooks? Brooks, okay. I was just making sure it was the person. And I see that you have filed a limited notice of appearance. Is your appearance solely for purposes or limited to this initial appearance hearing?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. All right, so Ms. Olmsted was arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated DUI, a passenger under 15, a class 4 felony. Ms. Gaunt, would you like to be heard on probable cause?
No, Your Honor, I think there's enough information in the Form 4 to the court, for the court to find probable cause.
Okay. And Ms. Brooks, would you like to be heard on probable cause?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. So I have reviewed the Form 4. I am finding probable cause for the violation. For purposes of appointing Ms. Olmsted an attorney, I am noting that Ms. Brooks has filed a limited notice of appearance. I have also reviewed the financial information which Ms. Olmsted provided to pretrial services. And for purposes of appointing Ms. Olmsted an attorney, I am finding that she is not indigent. Therefore, I am not appointing her an attorney today. In the event Ms. Olmsted may, of course, retain her own attorney to represent her, and whether that winds up being Ms. Brooks or somebody else, that would be up to Ms. Olmsted. All right, I am going to move on to conditions of release. Ms. Gaunt, would you like to be heard on release conditions?
Yes, Your Honor. My understanding is it doesn't appear that Ms. Olmsted has any prior criminal history. Although we do believe that this was a serious incident. She allegedly crashed into a barricade while she was driving impaired with 2 children in her vehicle. We do have some concern that she may have an alcohol abuse problem. Her presumptive breath test was allegedly 0.22. At this time, the state would request a pretrial services release with alcohol, drug testing and monitoring. We'd also ask for a restriction that she not operate a motor vehicle with children in the vehicle.
Okay, and Ms. Brooks?
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm in agreement with the pretrial services report that indicates that they believe Ms. Olmsted should be released on her own recognizance. She has never been in trouble before. This was an incident when the barricade happened. She was advised that a bystander was calling the police. She waited nearby for the police. She has absolutely no criminal history whatsoever. She works full-time as a, I believe, a senior sales representative and is the sole provider of her family. The 2 children that were in the car with her were her children. Their father is deceased. That incident did prompt Ms. Olmsted to have a substance abuse problem, which she has attended rehab for. She does have a sponsor, and she is going to attend meetings and call her sponsor upon release. So she does have systems in place upon release to ensure her sobriety. Obviously, if the court is inclined to impose pretrial services, she would comply with any other conditions that the court imposes with that.
Okay. It sounds like Ms. Olmsted is getting the pieces in place that she needs to get in place. I am inclined to, or I am going to impose pretrial supervision to include alcohol and drug testing. State is requesting that she not drive a motor vehicle with children in the car. I'm going to require that she not drive a motor vehicle, period. It was her kids, but it was everybody else's kids that were put in danger by her conduct as well, and every other person. People get killed and die this way. I am setting hearings on June 12th at 8:30 and June 16th at 8:30 in the Maricopa County Superior Court. I need Ms. Olmsted's commitment that she will go to this.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so with that, I think that concludes that matter. All right, go ahead, step to the left.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, in addition to Mr. Miranda, we have three other house calls. Give me just a second. We have some new information on our second house call. Let me look at that real quick. Sorry, Tommy. Let's read. All right. Wait, we just moved 20. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay. In addition to Mr. Miranda, we have 3 house calls this morning. The house calls are unable to be with us because they are a danger to self, a danger to others, or otherwise not able to function for purposes of appearing with us here in court this morning. Our next house call is Rudy Esquivel. Mr. Esquivel's date of birth is May 2nd, 1965. Mr. Esquivel is here because Maricopa, well, on 3 cases, in CR 2025, the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for his arrest in a direct complaint matter that alleges that on or about May 3rd, 2025, he possessed or used dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and that on or about May 3rd, 2025, he possessed or used drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I am setting a cash-only appearance bond in the direct complaint matter in the amount of $2,000. Now, Mr. Esquivel is also here because he is on probation in CR 2018-002521 and CR 2018-141756. In both of those cases, his new charges, his 25 charges, would constitute a violation of Term 1 of the probation in those in his probation cases. In both of the probation cases, like the direct complaint matter, I am appointing him an attorney. In the probation cases, I am setting a hearing on June 4th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In the probation cases, I am setting cash-only appearance bonds in the amount of $250 in both of the probation cases. In the event that Mr. Esquivel is able to make that bond and secure his release, he will need to contact his probation officers within 24 hours. All right, Eric Gusenhauser is also a house call. Mr. Gusenhauer is here on 3 cases. Mr. Gusenhauer was arrested yesterday. Mr. Gusenhauer's date of birth is October 4th of 1985. Mr. Gusenhauer was arrested yesterday on charges of assault, aggravated assault, assault involving a public transit employee, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing Mr. Gusenhauser an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on June 3rd at 8:30 and June 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in Mr. Gusenhauer's new case in the amount of $20,000. Now, Mr. Gusenhauer is also here because the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued warrants for his arrest in his probation CR 2025-110908 and CR 2025-105711. In both of those cases, Mr. Gusenhauer's new charges from yesterday would also constitute a violation of Term 1 of both of those probation cases. In his probation cases, I am appointing him an attorney, and I am setting a hearing on June 4th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In both of the probation cases, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. In the event that Mr. Gusenhauer is able to make his bonds and secure his release, he would need to contact his probation officer within 24 hours because he is on intensive probation services. So I need to fix 33 because I said 72 and I meant 24. Is that one? Hold on. One of them I messed up. Oh, maybe I didn't. hold on just a second, sorry. Thought I looked at that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Gusenhauer would need to contact his probation officer within 72 hours, which is what I stated in the orders in those cases. All right, our last house call is Kyle Crane. Mr. Crane's date of birth is June 17th of 93. Mr. Crane was arrested yesterday on possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a class 4 felony. Second degree escape or attempted escape from custody, a class 5 felony, aggravated assault on a first responder, class 5 felony, aggravated assault on a prosecutor. Oh, hold on. Yeah, aggravated assault under 13-1204A8E, which is aggravated assault on a healthcare worker, a class 5 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for all of those. And I am appointing Mr. Crane an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings, the first on June 3rd at 8:30 and the next one on June 5th at 8:30. All in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in Mr. Crane's case in the amount of $50,000. If anything changes after I talk to the house calls, I will update my written orders in these cases with the exception of Mr. Miranda, where we will come back on the record to update any changes. So with that, we are going to stand adjourned from the 8 a.m. initial appearance calendar, and we will reconvene at 11, and we are going to go off the record. All right, this is Commissioner Elizabeth Campbell, and we are back on the record with regard to Ivan Gamez Miranda, whose case number is PF 2025122286. In that matter, Mr. Miranda was arrested yesterday on charges of murder in the second degree, a Class 1 felony, and theft of a means of transportation, a Class 3 felony. As previously stated, I did find probable cause for those. I am appointing Mr. Miranda an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings on June 3rd at 8:30 and June 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. After speaking with Ms. Miranda, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500,000. In the event Mr. Miranda would be able to place that bond and secure his release in his new case, he would be subject to certain release conditions, including pretrial monitoring. I have no changes with regard to Mr. Miranda's case number CR 2023-149709. And with that, we are off the record.